Hi, everybody. Oh, let's see if I can turn this off. Hey, welcome to episode number 5 of 13 Songs with me. If you're watching on Facebook, I am going live to Facebook as well. Zip over to YouTube because the sound is way better on YouTube. I just wanted to catch people casually if they're zipping through on Facebook. But I'll say zip one more time. Zip on over to the YouTube, my George-Hrab page over there on YouTube, and the sound is better and the comments are more fun. Or you can stay on Facebook. It's totally cool. But the sound will be significantly, hopefully, better over on YouTube. I think so. Yes? Are we hearing sound is okay on YouTube, Ms. Info? No one's saying anything, right?
Nobody's saying anything.
All right, good, good. And don't you say anything. So, episode 5. How are we doing, by the way? Everybody good? Everybody happy? You safe? You okay? You have protein in your freezer? You good? Episode 5. It's been 10 weeks. When did that happen? Oh, right. That's when it happened. Today's theme is all colors. Every song is going to have a color in it. And do you know how many songs have colors in the title? Holy crap! It was like, yeah, I narrowed it down to about 300, and then I narrowed it down to about 60, and then I narrowed it down to about 25, and I got these. So these are the ones that I thought I just would have the most fun with, that maybe showed a breadth of color in title, and that should be fun. So I may not get to ones you thought of, but maybe we'll do this again because there's plenty of songs. So starting off, song number 1, is a song by Peter Gabriel, and the reason I grew a ponytail in high school was because the second concert I ever went to was the So Tour at Brendan Byrne Arena, and Manu Katché was his drummer, and Manu Katché had this ponytail that I thought was the coolest thing in the world, and I said, by the time I'm a senior, I'm going to have a ponytail. And wouldn't you know it, I think I was a freshman when I saw them. I grew my hair out for like 2 years and had the party in the back, the regular stuff up front, and the thing. So I had a pony. So thank you, Mr. Katché, for not just being a fantastic drummer, but influencing my hirsute activities. This is from the So album. This is the first track on that record. This features hi-hat playing by Stuart Copeland of the Police. All the hi-hat in the beginning of this song, which is called Red Rain, is all done by Stuart Copeland, which is really cool. Here it is off the So album, Red Rain. Red rain is coming down, red rain. Red rain is pouring down all over me. I am standing up at the water's edge in my dream. I cannot make a single sound as you scream. Can't be that cold, the ground is still warm to touch. Hey, we touch, place is so quiet, sensing the storm. Red rain is coming down, red rain. Red rain is pouring down all over me. Well, I've seen them buried in a sheltered place in this town. They tell you that the rain can sting, and look down. There is no blood around, see no signs of pain. Hey, no pain, seeing no red, seeing no rain. Red rain is pouring down. Red rain is pouring down all over me. pressure on much harder now to return again and again. Just let the red rain catch you. Let the rain fall on your skin. I come to you, defenses down, with the trust of a child. Red rain is coming down. Red rain. Red rain is pouring down all over me. And I can't watch anymore. No more denial. It's so hard to lay all down in this, 'cause red rain is coming down. Red rain. Red rain is pouring down all over me. Red rain coming down. Red rain coming down. Red rain coming down all over me. I'm bathing in red rain coming down. Red rain coming down. Red rain coming down all over me. I'm bathing in red rain. Red rain over me. Red rain in the red, red sea over me. Red Rain, Peter Gabriel, song number 1. Anyone guess Red Rain out there? And when you were guessing the things, don't forget, if you're on Facebook, we are broadcasting live on YouTube as well, where the sound is marginally better. I think it's a little bit nicer. Oh,
that's what people are saying.
Excellent. People say that it's good. Today's drink is the one and only, unbelievably delicious Diet Bundaberg, direct from Australia, an actual bottle here, which I realize the local candy store carries, and they just reopened. So I went in there with a mask and a hazmat suit, and I bought a couple. So, cheers. I think Richard Saunders is watching, so cheers. Song number 2. You know, I was debating whether to do all the colors together, like all the red colors together, all the blues together, all the blacks together, and I thought, nah, I'm going to spread it out. So I decided to spread it out. So that was red. Now we're into black. And this song is by the one and only Steely Dan. Can you guess? Yup. Black Cow. Black Cow off the album Asia from 1977. This has the prototypical Steely Dan chords that are just as cool as anything. I talked about the Jimi Hendrix chord, I think 2 episodes ago. The E7 sharp 11. Jimi Hendrix chord, they love that chord. This chord happens all over the place. Happens here. They also have this lovely E6. It's crazy because they'll do an E7 sharp 11. They'll also do an E6, and then they'll also do a D over E. And it's all in the same song, and it all sounds amazing, and it's totally singable, or at least singable for Mr. Fagan, and it's just really great. So this is about the title is about this root beer float or a Coke float. That's what a Black Cow is. I think that's what it was called in the 50s and 60s. So here it is, Steely Dan off Asia. In the corner of my eye, I saw you at Rudy's. You were very high. You were high. It was a crying disgrace. They saw your face on the counter. By your keys was a book of numbers and your remedies. One of these will surely clean out the sorrow. But where are you tomorrow? I can't cry anymore since you run around. While you run around, break away just when it seems seems so clear that it's over now. Drink your big black cow and get out of here. Down to Green Street, there you go, looking so outrageous, and they tell you so. You should know how all the pros play the game. You change your name like a gangster on the run. You stagger homeward to your precious one. I'm the one who must make everything right. We'll talk it out until daylight. I don't care anymore while you run around, while you run around. Break away just when it seems so clear that it's over now. Drink your big black cow and get out of here. Since you run around, while you run around, break away just when it seems so clear that it's over now. Drink your big black cow and get out of here. Just get out of here. Break away just when it seems so clear that it's over now. Drink your big black cow and get out of here. Just get out of here. Just get out of here. Black cow. Oh, thank you, Miss Info. Thank you. You're so sweet. You're so kind. You're so kind. I wanted to do a couple standards, or at least one, included amongst the rock and roll songs, because why not? And a tune that the Philadelphia Funk Authority does. Rachel sings the bejeebus out of it, as used to all of our wonderful singers used to do. It's a song called Orange Colored Sky. This is written in 1950 by Milton DeLugg and Willie Stein. Nat King Cole had the first hit with it in 1950. What's neat about this song harmonically, the bass has a very chromatic movement throughout the beginning of the verse. Which sounds like, how would that work? Because it's very square if you were just doing major chords. What they're doing, what Mr. DeLugg and Stein figured out is they have this, they're alternating between diminished chords and minor chords and major chords. So it's really cool. So even though the bass is just very simply, listen for that, which is really neat. And also you need to help me out, because when we get to the bridge, it goes, one look and I yelled timber. And I want you at home to all yell timber. I'll say, one look and I yell timber, timber. Okay? Ms. Info's going to do it here. So it'll be as if you're doing it with her. And whoever you're sitting there with, watching this, maybe you're alone, maybe the cats will look at you funny or the dog will just go. But that's what we want to happen. So let's just try it. This is just the bridge. So it goes like this. One look and I yell timber, timber. Okay, here we go. One look and I yell timber. Timber. Watch out for... Perfect, perfect. That was great. That was great. You don't need a second rehearsal because you guys are on the ball. Here it is from 1950, Orange Colored Sky. I was walking along, minding my business, out of the orange colored sky. Flash, bash, a la alakazam, wonderful you came by. I was humming a tune, drinking in sunshine, when out of that orange-colored view, flash, bam, alakazam, I gotta look at you. Oh, one look and I yelled, timber,
Timber!
watch out for flying glass. As the ceiling fell in and the bottom fell out, I went into a spinner and I started to shout, I've been hit, this is it. I was walking along, minding my business, when love came and smacked me in the eye. Flash, bam, alakazam, out of an orange-colored sky. That's right. Oh, one look and I yelled, timber,
Timber!
watch out for flying glass. Such style. As the ceiling fell in and the bottom fell out, I went into a spin and I started to shout, this is it, I've been hit. I was walking along, minding my business, when love came and hit me in the eye. Flash, bash, alakabam, out of an orange-colored, purple striped, pretty green polka dot sky. Flash, bam, alakazam, and goodbye. Orange. Oh, nice job at home. I could hear you. I could hear the essence of you through the web saying timber. When we play it with the band, with the funk band, like for dinner music and stuff, I always scream timber like a maniac because it's just fun.
Your father said hooray for standards from the 50s.
Yeah. Oh, Dad's in for a treat. Speaking of Dad
And your mom.
and Mom, whilst going through the songs trying to find what to do for this particular concert, there is a song from 1966, which is not a great song. It's okay. It's fine. It's a song that actually was the first song that was an international hit by a Spanish rock and roll band. The band was called Los Bravos. And they had this hit with a song called Black is Black. Black, that's the color, see? Black is black. And I thought, oh, that's cool. That'd be fun. And then I remembered, not just Black and Black, but my dad's band in 1974 released this record, which this is one of 4 copies, I think, that remains on the planet Earth. This is Tempo. His band was Tempo. This is from 1974. He's on the back here, the very handsome and the awesome velvet jacketed tuxedo. I don't know if you can see that, but I still have, there he is, the drummer in the back. So that's my dad, and then Andy from the funk band, that's Andy's dad right there. So my dad and Andy's dad were in this band since 1959. And in 1974 they released this album. And why are you telling us this? Well, they did their own version of Black is Black, but with Ukrainian lyrics that Andy's dad and mom wrote. And it was called Tak Chesyak. So I thought, wouldn't it be fun? I'll do the American version, the English version, and then just for fun and S&G, as they say, I'll do the Ukrainian version as well, which will connect it all together in a big arch. So it's kind of cool that, there was a Hrab and a Kowal playing with that band since the 50s, and they're still, once we're allowed back out of our closets, there will be a Hrab and a Kowal playing in another band playing Ukrainian stuff. So from 1966, people thought this was Gene Pitney, which is so funny. That's why this was a hit, because this guy's voice in this band sounded eerily similar to Gene Pitney, and a lot of people thought it was a Gene Pitney song, and that's probably why it was a hit. But this is Black is Black. Again, not the best song, but it's just fun. Here we go. Black is black, I want my baby back. It's gray, since she went away. Whoa, what can I do? 'Cause I'm feeling so blue. If I had my way, she'd be here today. But she'd go in time and leave me to cry. Oh no, what can I do? 'Cause baby, I'm feeling blue. I can't choose, it's too much to lose when our love's too strong. Maybe if she would come back to me, then I can't go wrong. Bad is bad, and I feel so sad. It's time that I felt peace of mind. Whoa, what can I do? 'Cause baby, I'm feeling blue. Tak czy siak, moja ty tak czy siak. Люблю тебе, коли ж полюбиш ти мене, але світа скоріше чи пізніше ти моя. Нормальні гулять уста твої, коли в очах сіяє безперечне так. Правда одна, кажи, що хочеш, люба, ти моя. Кажеш ні, не треба тобі любовних мрій. Знаю, кохана, що зміниш до рана погляд твій. Вір, не вір, бамось напереків, а вислід гри будем однісінькі завжди. Ти ж бо моя, чи так, чи сяк, кохана, ти моя. Кажи, що хочеш, люба, ти моя. Чи так, чи сяк, кохана, ти моя. That fun? So the Ukrainian words they're of their time. They're a little. I was like translating them, and they're like, okay, it's a little bit. Yeah, they're a little stalkery, but that's the way songs were. It's fine. It's fine.
The Ukrainians are out in force tonight.
Woohoo!
Andrei, your cousin.
Yay!
Shanga.
Yay!
Anja. Parents. Joey Halliton.
Joey Halliton again. Yay! Yay! When I do the bridge in this song, this I have to sing it when I'm singing it in Ukrainian, like Stefan Tatarenko, Pan Tatarenko. He's the guy that sang the bridge, and he has this vibrato, so he does this thing, and I can't not do that when I get to that part. It's awesome. It's just so much fun. Oh, yay, that was great. Okay, we are on to song number 5, and here was a composer that had a number of songs that I could have chosen. Well, not really. A number of songs that fit the criteria, but not that I could have played for you solo style. And the one and only Frank Zappa has a bunch of songs with colors in the title, but I thought I would do, from the album Apostrophe, this is Don't Eat the Yellow Snow. Now, this is not the full suite, but this is the single version that Frank released in '74. Also from '74. The same year this album was out, Apostrophe was out, which I think is just awesome. Frank had an album called Apostrophe, and there was a suite of 4 movements. The whole thing was called Don't Eat Yellow Snow. It was Don't Eat Yellow Snow, Nanook Rubs It, St. Alfonso's Pancake Breakfast, and Father Oblivion. Those were 4 songs. He released it as a single, but then a DJ in Pittsburgh started playing his own edited version. It was doing really well. Frank heard about that, so Frank cut his own single version that had Don't Eat the Yellow Snow and Nanook Rubs It as a single. So that's what I'm going to perform for you tonight. Yes, right? Yes. Okay, here it is. The single version of Don't Eat the Yellow Snow. Dreamed I was an Eskimo. Frozen wind began to blow. my boots and around my toes. Frost that bit the ground below. It was 100 degrees below zero. And my mama cried, Nanook, no, no. And my mama cried, Nanook, no, no. Don't be a naughty Eskimo. Save your money, don't go to the show. So I turned around and I said, ow, ow. So I turned around and I said one more time, oh, oh. And I turned around and I said for a third time, no, no. And the northern lights commenced to glow. And she said with a tear in her eye, watch out where the huskies go, don't you eat that yellow snow. Watch out where the huskies go, don't you eat that yellow snow. Right about that time, people, a fur trapper who was strictly from commercial strictly commercial had the unmitigated audacity to jump up from behind my igloo. Peekaboo, peekaboo, he started in to whip it on my favorite baby seal with a lead-filled snowshoe. Oh, with a lead-filled, with a lead-filled snowshoe. He said, peekaboo, with a lead-filled snowshoe. He said, peekaboo. He went right upside the head of my favorite baby seal. He went whap. Hit him on the nose, hit him on the fin with a lead-filled snowshoe. And that got me just about as evil as an Eskimo boy can be. So I bent down and I reached down and I scooped down and I gathered up a generous minneful of the deadly yellow snow. That's right, the deadly yellow snow from right there where the huskies go. And I proceeded to rub it all into his beady little eyes with a vigorous circular motion hitherto unknown to the citizens in this area, but destined to take the place of the mud shark in your mythology. The vigorous circular motion, rub it! He! And then in a fit of anger, I pounced again. Great googly moogly. I jumped up and down on the chest of her. I injured the fur trapper. Well, he was upset, as you can imagine. And rightly so, because the deadly yellow snow crystals had deprived him of his sight. And he stood up, and he looked around, and he looked around again, and he said these words. I can't see. I can't see. I can't see. He took a dog-do snow cone and stuffed it in my right eye. He took a dog-do snow cone and stuffed it in my other eye. And the husky wee-wee, the doggy wee-wee has blinded me. And I can't see temporarily. While the fur trapper stood there with his arms outstretched in the frozen tundra, wondering what to do about his deflected eyes, when he remembered an ancient Eskimo legend wherein it is written on whatever it is that they write on up there that if anything bad should happen to your eyes as a result of some kind of conflict with anyone named Nanook, what you need to do is go trudging across the tundra, mile after mile, trudging across the tundra, all the way to the parish of St. Alfonso. But if you don't have a xylophone player handy, you can just sing the I Can't See part again, and that's a nice way to end the song. I can't see. I can't see. I can't see. I can't see. Oh, woe is me. Don't Eat the Yellow Snow by Frank Zappa. People write to me all the time and they say, how do I get into Frank's music? What do I do? Where should I start? The album Apostrophe is a wonderful place to start. There's the album Apostrophe or One Size Fits All. Those two are wonderful albums to get. Overnight Sensation also. They're kind of all of a pair. Those three are wonderful. Or just get the You Can't Do That on Stage Anymore series, which is great. Don't forget, if you're watching on Facebook, you're more than welcome to stay there, but we are on YouTube with slightly better sound and slightly better comments, more fun comments and stuff. Join the party over there on YouTube. I just have the Facebook page open because I figured it'd be nice to catch some people indiscriminately as it happens. So we are at song number 6, and this is from 1997, a little band called Aerosmith, perhaps one of the greatest comebacks in rock and roll of all time, amongst the greatest comebacks of all time, when they in the early mid 80s had their big return comeback album. But this is from the album 9 Lives. The video of this from 1997 is really fun because it's a like early digital video manipulation where they're putting heads on different bodies, and it's kind of creepy because it's not quite right because they're still working on it. But it's pretty cool to watch. This is called, of course, Pink. Pink, it's my new obsession. Pink, it's not even a question. Pink on the lips of your lover. 'Cause pink is the love you discover. Pink has the bing on your cherry. Pink, 'cause you are so very. Pink, it's the color of passion. 'Cause today, it just goes with the fashion. Pink, it was love at first sight. Pink, when I turn out the lights. Pink gets me high as a kite. And I think everything is going to be alright, no matter what we do tonight. Pink, you could be my flamingo. 'Cause pink is the new kind of lingo. Pink like a deco umbrella. It's kink, but you never tell her. Pink, it was love at first sight. Pink, when I turn out the lights. Pink gets me high as a kite. And I think everything is going to be alright, no matter what we do tonight. Oh yeah! Pink, I wanna be your lover. I want to wrap you in rubber. As pink as the sheets that we lay on. 'Cause pink is my favorite crayon. Oh, pink, it was love at first sight. Pink, when I turn out the lights. Pink is like red, but not quite. And I think everything is going to be alright, no matter what we do tonight. The ever subtle lyrics of Aerosmith. Nice. Okay, for this next one, I'm not going to tell you who this is by, because I want you to guess. You might know, and if you know, maybe in the comments, just keep it to yourself because it's kind of fun to guess who this is by. But this is a lovely, lovely song. I'll tell you who it's by. It's written in 2015, and I think the composer. It'd be unexpected as if you found out who this was. It's off of his album that he released back in 2015, and this is called "The Girl in the Yellow Dress." She mesmerizes with a smile, dark eyes as compelling as the bourbon. The girl in the canary yellow dress says yes. She flips a pack of cigarettes. He doesn't smoke, but he takes one nonetheless. It helps to keep his motives true. Gal was blue. What else is the poor boy supposed to do? He dances like a flame, words unheard, eyes closed and yellow dress, whirls and swirls. It's late, the hour's growing horns. The band seems to draw her ever closer. This girl gets right down in the groove. She woos and moves, leads them on to where they play the blues. She dances like a flame, has no cares, that yellow dress flares, eyes closed, arms above, shakes, whirls and snakes. Too late, this folie à trois. He sees that her heart is pounding for Big Daddy, who falls down to his knees, begging her please. He lifts his sack, says, "Here's my little tease." Her dancing sets the place on fire. Heaven and hell, the flames come up his spine as he shakes, whirls and snakes. She dances like a flame, eyes closed. She shakes, whirls and snakes. That's off an album called Rattle That Lock, which is by David Gilmour, the guitarist from Pink Floyd. That's right, his wife, Polly Sampson, wrote the lyrics. He said he'd had this thing rolling around for years and years, and finally she wrote some lyrics to it, and it's this beautiful, almost Parisian kind of French sort of like standard thing. That album is actually quite lovely for a post-Pink Floyd kind of record. I enjoy it very much, actually. Rattle That Lock is a great tune, and that song in particular, The Girl in the Yellow Dress, off of the album Rattle That Lock.
I thought it was Elvis Costello first.
Ah, okay, yeah, it is sort of Elvis-y. It is sort of Elvis-y.
Christopher,
Okay,
maybe.
okay. Moving on. This is a tune that I sort of had to do. Well, this is a band that I had to kind of do. This is amongst my favorite bands, for those of you that know me. Again, if you're watching over there, don't forget, if you're enjoying yourself and you want to throw a few bucks in the direction of those things over there, which is the PayPal or the Venmo, it really, really helps tremendously. It's been, I was saying on the podcast this week, this is the longest in my life that I've not performed in front of people. live. I've been doing these and I love it. But I think since before grade school, I think since I was 4 years old, I've performed at least once every 10 weeks in front of people, and it's crazy. So any bucks you can throw there is great as ever. My mixtape is available, which is a thumb drive, 44 songs, almost 4 hours of music. Put $31 into either one of those, and I will get one of these to you. If you'd like a PDF, just as you donate, say PDF, and I'll send you a PDF of my book, which is very silly and fun. But even $2, $5, whatever, makes all the difference in the world. Please do that. If you're watching on Facebook, we are on YouTube right now as well, where the sound is a little bit better, so zip over there if you'd like, or just hang out on Facebook. It's all cool. We are at song number 8. One of my favorite bands is King Crimson. Off of the album Red, there's 2 songs on the album Red that have red in the title. There's Red, which is an instrumental, and then there's the song One More Red Nightmare. This is also from 1974. Same year as the tempo. It's crazy. Lyrics by John Wetton, and I think in some ways this song presaged the 1980s King Crimson in terms of its structure, because it has a pretty straightforward verse-chorus structure. The chords are not that crazy, but then it has a very dissonant kind of intro and instrumental section, and then it has an intricate multiple picking part that happens. So it's all the components of what would be happening later on with the band in the 80s, with Adrian Belew sort of at one-fourth of the songwriting helm. But it's almost like a little preview of what's going to happen. And the band, after this album, broke up and actually didn't record again until 1980, which was kind of cool. So from the album Red, King Crimson, this is One More Red Nightmare. Convinced that I don't care, safe as houses I swear, just sitting there musing the virtues of cruising, when altitude dropping, my ears started popping. One more red nightmare. As I turn round, I hear fortune shouting, get off of this outing, a farewell from some scene, how turbulence can be. The stewardess made me, but the captain forbade me. One more red nightmare. dream was now broken, though rudely awoken. Release safe and sound, asleep on the Greyhound. One more red nightmare. Forgive me for the non-picking part there through, but that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Such a cool tune. It's just really fun. Really fun. So, yeah. Song number 9. Dad will be happy again.
So many people in the chat room.
Yeah.
So many people you know.
Yay. Awesome. 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 Sound is okay? We're like being cool. Everything was good? Yeah. Thanks for joining me, guys. I really appreciate it so much. I so look forward to these. It's like, it really is the highlight of the week for me. Just because it's great. It's something to do and something to work on and learn new tunes. Sometimes just barely. Cheers again. Cheers.
Maynard tuned in.
Yay!
Milton.
My favorite. Don't tell me Milton's watching.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
We're gonna play music in front of Milton. The next song, number 9, is a standard. This is by Richard Rodgers and Lawrence Hart from 1934. And this is a Blue Moon. Now, there was a doo-wop band called the Marcells that in like 1950 something did a version of Blue Moon, and to me they kind of ruined the song. They kind of ruined it because it's, when you think of Blue Moon, you think of dip 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 oh habba wabba habba that Blue Moon, and it's like, it's such a pretty song. It's actually a really pretty tune, and not that they ruined it, but it's just they associate their success. I wish them all the success possible, but their success kind of diminished the impact of this song as a standard, I think. And I love it. I think it's really lovely. And I learned the verse as well, which is also, most people don't know the verse, which is very pretty. And I changed one line. I know it's hubris. It's hubris to change a line of a standard, but I did because I thought it worked better. I know it's ridiculous. And if you want to take your money back out of the donation, we'll figure out how to do that. But I changed one line. Just see if you can catch which line I changed. But here it is from 1934. Is that what I said? 1934, yeah. Blue Moon. Once upon a time, before I took up smiling, I hated the moonlight. Shadows of the night that poets found beguiling seemed flat as the moonlight. With no one to stay awake for, I went to sleep at 10. Life was a bitter cup for the saddest of all men. Once upon a time, my heart was just an organ. My life had no mission. Now that I have you, to be rich as Morgan is my one ambition. Once I awoke at 7, hating the morning light. Now I awake in heaven, and all the world's all right. Blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue moon, you knew just what I was there for. You heard me saying a prayer for someone I really could care for. And then suddenly appeared before me,
'Cause I was 7 years old. 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 'C
only one that I could love for sure. Somebody whispered, please adore me. And then the moon had turned azure. Blue moon, now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own, without a love of my own. Isn't that pretty? It's such a pretty song. And you get the yip the dip the dip sap up it's like, just no, guys, please. I love that. I love the verse. So cool. All right. Song number. How does the time go by so quickly? I don't understand it. Song number 10. Back into the rock and roll oeuvre. That's the word. Genre. Ovum. This is a song by REM. And this tune, can you guess what it is? Obviously, if there's a color song. If you're just joining, every song has a color in the title, by the way, in case you're not aware what the theme is for this episode, number 5 here. Please follow me on the YouTube or subscribe to the YouTube thing as well. You can also like me on Facebook if you're on Facebook. Throw a few bucks over there if you could, please. Just makes all the difference in the world. I always say it. Okay, the song is Orange Crush by the band REM. Now, it's a weird structure. There's kind of a verse chorus and that's it, and it happens 3 times. But it's not really a verse, but it's not really a chorus either. It's just kind of like these words happen 3 times with a B section that happens. No changes, no variants. There's no real solo. It's like a little bit of a percussion breakdown kind of thing that happens, but it's really cool and really strange. And when I first heard this song, it just grabbed me by the lapels, and I just loved it. This album, the album Green that this is from, was the first time that I examined liner notes and found like hidden stuff. So on this record, for some reason, wherever there was an R, there was the number 4 was put on top of it, like embossed on top of it. Not everywhere, but many places. So you had to you had to unfold the thing out of the cassette, and you would hold it up to the light, and you would see all these embossed 4s over the letter R. And then I think there was the 4th song then didn't have the number 4, but it had an R there. It was just like so. I thought that is so cool. It's like a little adventure I went on, and that greatly influenced me in terms of hiding stuff, these sort of Easter eggs within my albums, and really taking care and kind of making it an extra part of the adventure of listening to an album is checking out the artwork and all the fun stuff that's there. The other cool thing that they did, which I didn't realize till years later, the album Green, the cover of course, was orange. It was bright orange, kind of this like a brownish orange. And if you stared at the cover long enough and you closed your eyes, you would see the green. You would see green because it's one of those things that your retina would reverse the color, whatever the deal was. It somehow would imprint itself upon your retina. You close your eyes and then you would see green. So the album was green if you did it the right way. It's so cool. So cool. Here it is from 1988. Please sing along because it's so much fun. This is Orange Crush. We are agents of the free. I've had my fun and now my time's to serve my conscience overseas. Coming in fast over me. Oh, got my spine, I've got my orange crush. Color me, don't color me. I've got my spine, I've got my orange crush. We are agents of the free. I've had my fun and now it's time to serve your conscience overseas. Coming in fast over me. Cool form, right? It's like simple, but it's awesome and it's neat and it's there you go. Okay. Nope, not 20. I've only had this for 10 weeks. I don't know how it works yet. Jeebus. There it is. There it is. Oh, yeah. If you're doing a show or a concert where the songs have colors in the title, you have to do this one. Because you just have to, because it's one of the few songs that has this color in the title. And it basically, after it came out, no one else wanted to use this color because it's such an iconic tune, and I will try to do it justice. But it's, of course, Purple Rain by Prince. I mean, come on. It's just, come on. I didn't know this, but this was actually the last song that Prince ever performed live. A week before he died. This was the end of a show he did. He did this. This is the last song he ever performed. It's from 1984. I have a connection with the movie Purple Rain in that when my family had free HBO for some reason, I don't know why we had it. It was one of these miswired things. And I watched Purple Rain. I think I was a sophomore or junior maybe, and watched it on cable and just was mesmerized by it. I was a Prince fan. I knew all the tunes. Was mesmerized by it, especially by a scene where he goes into his basement or something and he plays piano. He finds his dad's sheet music and he starts playing, and I thought, I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to grab a piece of music and be able to play it. And a big chunk of me decided to go to music school because I saw that film, and I've never seen it since. I watched it that one time, and anytime it comes on, I just change the channel. I don't watch it, I don't own it. I listen to the soundtrack obviously, but I've only seen it that one time, and I don't want to sully the memory of it because I'm not sure if it's a good film or not. I think it's a good film. The soundtrack obviously is awesome, but I don't care because it's almost like a religious like Saul's road to Damascus kind of thing that happened to me, and I don't want to try to relive it or anything. So I've never seen it again, but it's just amazing, and he's amazing obviously. And this song it's 4 chords. There's 4 chords to this song, and you might remember from the police episode that we did a while back. I did Murder by Numbers, which was, and the second chord is this weird sort of F over A. Well, the chord that Prince uses is this, which is like a B flat over D. So it's sort of, I said, you're never going to find that chord in a pop tune. Well, here it is. Very close anyway. It's acting the same way. So it's 4 chords. It's the sort of B flat sus over D, same thing over G, F, and then a cool E flat with stacked fifths there. And one thing that Prince does, which is really awesome, is he uses the 7th in the melody in the coolest way. So we get to this chord here, and the 7th note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the 7th, and you think, really? How's it gonna work? But only want to see you dancing in that purple rain. He just hammers that 7th. He builds this tension, and it releases back to the 1 chord, back to the B flat. It's so friggin' cool and effective. Only want to. It's like that shouldn't work. It shouldn't work, and it's just great. So here it is from '84. Purple Rain. Never meant to cause you any sorrow. Never meant to cause you any pain. Only wanted to see you laughing. Only wanted to see you laughing in that purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Only want to see you bathing in that purple rain. I never wanted to be your weekend lover. I only wanted to be some kind of friend. Babe, I could never steal you from another. It's such a shame our friendship had to end. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Only want to see you underneath that purple rain. Honey, I know times are changing. It's time we all reach out for something new. That means you too. You say you want a leader, but you can't seem to make up your mind. I think you better close it. Let me guide you to the purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Only wanna see you dancing in that purple rain. Best use of 4 chords I'm ever going to hear. My goodness. Here we are at 12. Wait, what? Did what? If you are just tuning in for fun and don't know who I am, my name is George-Hrab. I'm so glad you guys have tuned in. I have a podcast called the Geologic Podcast. You can go to geologicpodcast.com. There's no geology whatsoever in the show. Well, almost none. 0.04% geology. The rest is just me being silly. Tune into that. Subscribe on the YouTube if you can, because that's always cool. And throw a few shekels in that direction if possible. It really means a lot and helps tremendously. So, another song I sort of debated about doing, because I don't know if I can pull it off, but I just thought it might be fun to try, is from my other favorite band, amongst my 4 or 5 top favorite bands, which of course is the band Rush. And they have a song with a color in it, which happens to be one of my favorite Rush tunes. Can you guess? That's right. Red Barchetta. Red Barchetta from the album Moving Pictures, 1981. This is based on a short story by a guy named Richard Foster. It's called A Nice Morning Drive. And Neil took that story and he made this 6.5 minute song story out of it, adventure out of it. This was the first Rush song, although I was a Rush fan by this point, but this was the first Rush song that I really connected with. Everything, the instrumentation, the arrangement, the playing, the lyrics, the story, the orchestration. Everything about this is kind of just perfect, and it tells this story of this kid who basically borrows his grandfather's, his uncle's car that's outlawed. You know, the regular cars are outlawed. You have to have air engines or whatever. And it's so evocative and so cool. And so I'm going to give it a shot here, see what we can do. This song features harmonics in the beginning, which is a feature of Alex Lifeson's. But he does these pinched false harmonics. I don't know if you'll be able to hear that, but hopefully you will be able to hear it. So here we go. From Moving Pictures, 1981, and Geddy Lee's very, very high voice. It's supposed to be barchetta, by the way, because it's in Italian. It should be barchetta, but Geddy just said barchetta, and that was it. That was it, because Geddy is Geddy. You can call it whatever you want, Ged. One more sip here. About. He says it used to be a farm before the motor law. On Sundays I elude the eyes and hop the turbine freight too far outside the wire where my white-haired uncle waits. The turbo slopes across the borderline. Run like the wind as excitement shivers up and down my spine. But time is born, my uncle preserved for me an old machine for 50-odd years to keep it as new has been his dearest dream. I strip away the old debris that hides a shining car. Brilliant red barchetta from a better vanished time. We'll fire up the winning engines, responding with a roar. Tires splitting gravel like amid my weekly crime. In my hair, shifting and drifting, mechanical music, adrenaline surge, well-oiled leather, hot metal and oil, the sense of country air. Sunlight on chrome, the view of the landscape, every nerve aware. Suddenly ahead of me, across the mountainside, a gleaming alloy air car shoots towards me, 2 lanes wide. I spin around with shrieking tires to run the deadly race. Go screaming through the valley as another joins the chase. first time I saw them in concert, they didn't play Red Barchetta. I was a sophomore in high school. It was a Hold Your Fire tour that wasn't on that tour. But the next time I saw them for the Presto tour, they played it, and these red lights came from the front of the stage and went like that. And it was like, ah, oh, so cool, so cool. Yes.
The video is frozen on YouTube, but they can hear you. But it's not frozen on Facebook.
The video is frozen on YouTube?
Yeah, and refreshing doesn't seem to help. Why are you breaking YouTube all the time?
What the hell? Is it back?
No. But I may have to restart. No.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, Greg is saying you're back. Oh, you're back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we got one more tune. I'm gonna do it before my battery runs out.
But they heard you.
But they heard me. Yeah, there was an error message on the phone. Damn it. Okay, last song, number 13. Again, thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna go while the battery's still there. And this is from the movie The Three Amigos. This is written by Randy Newman. I love this song. This is called Blue Shadows on the Trail. And it's just one of my favorite songs. It's done in a comedy movie, but they do it totally straight, and it's a beautiful song. A good one to end with. Arizona moon keeps shining from the desert sky above. You know pretty soon that big yellow moon will light the way back to the one you love. Blue shadows on the trail. Little cowboy, close your eyes and dream. All the doggies are in the corral. All of your work is done. Just close your eyes and dream, little pal. Dream of someone. Blue shadows on the trail. Soft wind blowing through the trees above. All the other little cowboys back in the bunkhouse now. So close your eyes and dream. 13 songs, episode 5. There we go. The next episode, episode 6, is going to be a James Burke inspired episode, Connections. Every song is going to connect to the one before it and the one after it. There will be some thread going through all of them. It may be a musician, it may be a title, it may be a producer, maybe a location, who knows what. It'll be a 13-song Ouroboros that ends up with its own tale, hopefully. So, thank you for tuning in. Sorry about the little glitch there. I don't know how long we were out. Hope it wasn't too long.
No.
Oh, good. Okay. And thanks, guys. Throw a few bucks if you can. I would appreciate it so much. And in the meantime, stay safe. Be good to each other. Take care of each other. Check on your neighbors. I'm going to say one more toast to my Australian friends for making this, which is just, delicious. All right. I'll see you at episode 6, and I'll talk to you on the podcast. Thanks, everybody. Good night. Stop because the comments are so nice.
happened to say thanks to me.
Yeah.
Dobra,